I'm at the airport right now, and as I was sitting trying to understand my past, um, so I spoke a little bit about it. This is really important because I don't know if you know, if you're aware, I was not aware that pedophiles, use the same tactics on children as they do on adults. I had no idea that pedophiles could abuse adults, but they do. And I'll explain a little bit more. Um, so I was at the airport. I'm trying to understand, where did I go off? How did I stay with a group for so long, knowing that they were harming me, they hurt me? Because I know me. I know the kind of person I am. I talk, I speak, I leave. I don't sit and stay. So what happened there? And then suddenly I got the answer, and I came from a family, a circle that is pedophiles, parents. And I've been told that I was not their child, that I was kidnapped. And since I was a child, I was, trafficked and done a lot of things to me. Up to, I was groomed. We were groomed, actually, systematically trained on a daily basis. There was a schedule of who's going to go do with what, with who. They were grooming us, how to be groomers, to bring the other children of the family to them, when and how. We were passed on to different uncles and aunts. And then finally, they were saying at the age of 16, that's when I would be given out would be old enough to be given out to businessmen, and so on and so forth, for monetary gains. Religion was a part of it, was a part of fear tactic, was a part of vision, that you have a role. So many characteristics it goes through that. Like, there's this pattern of people, adults, grooming, having the child trust them, having the child fear them so much that they would have to shut themselves off and believe that they're close with this person. Suddenly, after many years, after training for so long, they become trauma bonded. We probably heard a lot about that. But what trauma bond really is that they become their right hand, literally. And they start doing the things that these adults tell them, and they go into criminality, and they become criminals. They're doing criminal things. And so that happens. All along, it doesn't say that the child isn't scared. It's scared with, out of its own wits, and there's threats. They'll use whatever they'll have to use to get the child to agree eventually. So first, groom, have them trust you, have them think it's play, make it that they're best friends, be a team. Then they send you out to groom. Then they send you out to do certain things like a chore. Then they believe that this is your role. You have to do this. And then you agree to your role, and you become a second hand. And then you start thinking that you have to stick with this person for life. Yeah. So I didn't realize that also this applies on adults, in community of adult men and women, families. So when I left I call it the first group, the family, I had a few years traveling, and I felt empty. I wasn't healing. This is years of trauma. I didn't go to any therapy. And then I got into another group. It's called Kabbalah Bnei Baruch, Kabbalistic group in Israel. And for 16 years, 16 long years I was studying with them. I thought I was studying Kabbalah. And I felt good that I had this as a separation from me and my family. So this was my thing, me. It made me see the world in a different way. It made me see the world in a cleaner way, in a more loving way. I understood things that I couldn't understand when I was a child, what love meant and all of that. And the last 2016, I was raped, I was tortured, I was ritualized, I was suffering there. And only later did I realize, only now do I realize that the second group, the Kabbalah group, is a pedophile group, a ring, led by a pedophile teacher. And he uses the same tactics, but except he uses brainwashing. So this company organization is called a spiritual organization, but they use brainwashing as a very important element there to like gain control over the adults. These are men and women in their 40s, 50s. They've got kids, adolescents, kids. You know, they've all been groomed. They've been massively played with, massively controlled, manipulated. And they use the same thing. At first, it's very kind and gentle. You don't see it's very charismatic. They're very charismatic. They're very loving. They're very modern, sophisticated, but you don't see. They'll leave you, feel that you can roam around their own place freely, and then slowly they'll try to get you closer to them. They'll have groomers at that point. So will come closer to you. I'll try to be physically close to you, to tell you emotional things, to bring you close to a good friend, and then they will pass you on to the teacher, in which he will start assigning you roles, putting roles on you, telling you who you're going to go with who. He's like the organizer who's going to do and be with who. And they sell you out. And then they'll tell you if you need a child from you or not. And then I was sent back. I was sent back to the family. I didn't realize, I thought I was going back traumatized. I didn't realize that the family and they were connected. They had a deal. I didn't see it. Who knew? I didn't see it. But the thing is, when I just explained that pedophile listed rings are not just for kids. They're for adults, teachers, clergies, adults. Also, the same tactics are used on adults. So, I mean, I one of the things that I have to do is like I can't keep that as a secret, so I'm going to post this online, and it has to be out there. I'm not a part of this at all. It's something that had happened to me, and it's kind of still happening to me with threats and so on, and really odd things. And I've reported it to the police many times, so that's something that's very important I need to put on. And I kind of, it's not a most joyful talk or topic really, but I hope it helps to just connect sometimes at some point at the dots with somebody who'd experienced the same, that those rings apply on kids, adolescents, and adults, middle-aged men and women. It's pure control, manipulation, secrecy. And they use tactics, whatever tactics that makes it more secret, more thinking that you're part of something when you're never after a part of something. You're saying no the whole time. So, anyways, have a great day. I hope you enjoy. Hope you have joy.